With limited funds, Ye Qianxing chooses to visit Mercenary City, a gathering place for all mercenaries in Jiangnan City. Here, he can accept tasks and earn commissions. This is Qianxing's first time in Mercenary City, and he learns about tasks and commissions in the task hall. A young woman around 20 years old, with delicate features, greets him. Qianxing, puzzled, asks if he needs a mercenary badge to take on tasks. The receptionist is momentarily surprised and patiently explains that obtaining a mercenary badge isn't complicated. All he needs to do is join a registered mercenary group, and they will give him a badge. Understanding, Qianxing realizes he must first join a mercenary group. He asks how to do so, and the young lady tells him to head to the recruitment square, where many mercenary groups are looking for members. Qianxing thanks her and promises to return after finding a group. The receptionist respectfully bids him farewell, and as Qianxing is leaving, he encounters a tall, muscular man who is nearly 2 meters tall. Even though Qianxing is quite tall himself, he seems ordinary next to him. People around are visibly trembling in his presence. Some recognize the man and warn Qianxing that he's part of the top-ranked Iron Blood mercenary group in Jiangnan and has a bad temper. The man approaches the counter and demands a suitable task for himself. The receptionist is visibly afraid, tears streaming down her face. Qianxing quickly recovers from his surprise and prepares to leave the task hall. Suddenly, he hears a commotion behind him, recognizing the receptionist's voice, who tells the tall man to follow the rules and not cut in line. The tall man yells, asking if she's out of her mind. He argues that if the others didn't mind him cutting in line, she has no right to lecture him. The receptionist insists on following the rules, even though she's terrified and crying. The tall man becomes furious, feeling challenged by an ordinary person. He threatens to kill her if she doesn't comply. Unable to control himself, the tall man reaches out to grab the receptionist. The young woman is terrified, knowing that if he catches her, she's done for. Suddenly, a figure appears in front of the receptionist, grabbing the tall man's hand just in time. Surprised, the muscular man asks who the person is and why they're stopping him. Ye Qianxing casually replies that he's just an ordinary student, but he can't stand by and watch someone being bullied. The seemingly weak young man possesses incredible strength, making it impossible for the muscular man to break free, although he doesn't get angry right away. He wants to know who Ye Qianxing really is and whether he's someone he can afford to provoke. The onlookers start to gossip, saying that the young man is bold for daring to challenge the muscular man to save the girl, but now that he has provoked him, he might be in big trouble. As far as they know, no one who has crossed the muscular man has had a good outcome. The muscular man is somewhat embarrassed, as he can't break free from the young man's grip. The muscular man thinks to himself that he can't let the young man humiliate him in front of so many people. He suddenly roars, saying that if the young man insists on opposing him, he won't hold back. As the muscular man swings another punch at Ye Qianxing smiles dismissively. Even though he might not be as strong as the muscular man, he has never been afraid to stand up to anyone. Ye Qianxing effortlessly dodges the muscular man's punch and grabs his hand, executing a perfect shoulder throw. With the right timing and movement, he sends the muscular man flying through the air before the man can even react, something he would never have dreamed of happening at the hands of a seemingly weak young man. The next second, with a thunderous boom, the muscular man lands heavily on the ground. The onlookers gasp in disbelief and turn their heads to see what just happened. It's hard to believe that the young man took down the previously undefeated underground boxing champion with just one move. The muscular man, now paralyzed on the ground, can no longer suppress his anger. With a fierce expression, he roars at Qianxing, saying that he has successfully provoked him. The muscular man then suddenly flips himself up and summons a ferocious hunting bear. A portal to a contracted space appears next to him, and in a matter of seconds, a gigantic black bear emerges by his side. The black bear stands upright on 2 legs, reaching a height of nearly 4 meters. The muscular man looks like a little brother standing next to the bear. He angrily orders the bear, "Big Iron, help me regain my dignity." The bear is a 2-star, level 1 spirit beast with abilities such as Savage Charge, terrifying roar, iron claws, and tearing. Its weakness is its nose. Ye Qianxing analyzes the black bear and realizes that it will not be easy to deal with a pure strength-type spirit beast. As soon as the bear appears, it brandishes its claws and roars, sending out a wave of sound that hurts everyone's ears and fills their eyes with fear. The newly introduced ferocious bear immediately lets out a fierce roar towards its surroundings. That roar isn't just an ordinary one, it's a skill that intimidates everyone present, including the mercenaries who are shocked by the sound. Ye Qianxing, however, smirks, unaffected. Trying to intimidate me? Isn't that like showing off one's skill in front of an expert? Calm and composed, Ye Qianxing's desire to fight grows stronger. If you want to play, then I'll keep you company. The muscular man, far from showing fear, is full of fighting spirit and quite surprised. The bear's roar just now was an intimidating skill, yet Ye Qianxing is unaffected. The mercenaries present can't believe it, as this is highly unusual. Suddenly Ye Qianxing shouts, 250, come out! As his thoughts rise, a contracted space appears above him. The onlookers start guessing about the young man's spirit beast, expecting it to be a formidable character. The next second, 250 appears beside Ye Qianxing, but its appearance significantly diminishes Ye Qianxing's imposing presence. Especially its goofy face, which leaves the onlookers dumbfounded. Laughter spreads through the crowd, with people mocking Ye Qianxing for having a Siberian Husky as his spirit beast. Aren't you afraid it will run away with someone else? The muscular man, infuriated, is also in disbelief. I initially thought you were a young master from a prominent family, with extraordinary strength honed from a young age. He smiles slightly. At first, I had some concerns, but it seems I was overthinking it. The muscular man no longer holds back, ordering the ferocious bear to attack. Bear, take out that husky and I'll make you a dog meat hot pot tonight. At the same time, the ferocious bear charges towards 250, shaking the ground with each step, truly demonstrating its immense strength. Ye Qianxing doesn't show any signs of worry, saying, Did you hear that? They're looking down on you. He suddenly smirks maliciously. 250, show them what you've got. In an instant, the ferocious bear rushes over, its sharp claws striking down and shattering the ground. 250 narrowly dodges the attack, looking smug in midair while slowly extending its weak dog paw, ready to swipe. Seeing this, the muscular man can't help but burst into laughter. Is this little husky trying to help my ferocious bear scratch an itch? It's like walking into a trap. The next moment, 250's body begins to change, its size increases dramatically, its fangs and claws grow wildly, and its deep blue eyes are surrounded by an eerie aura. In an instant, it transforms from a goofy-looking dog into an imposing divine hound. This sudden change makes the muscular man's face turn pale. This is actually a hellhound. In 250's first battle, it challenges a higher-ranked opponent. Ye Qianxing cautiously instructs, Watch its movements. This unexpected transformation also stuns the ferocious bear charging towards 250. 250 leaps high into the air and fiercely pounces on the ferocious bear. As 250 swipes with its paw, the ferocious bear also swings its claw in response. Transformed into a hellhound, 250 swiftly pounces on the ferocious bear. As the bear's paw approaches, 250's pupils suddenly turn into black whirlpools. Its intimidation skill activates, and the ferocious bear comes to an abrupt halt. Seizing this opportunity, 250's claw fiercely strikes the bear's face, leaving several bloody marks along with a roar. Those who underestimate 250 will ultimately pay the price. In their first clash, 250's surprise attack gives it a slight advantage, while the ferocious bear staggers back in pain. The muscular man is secretly astonished, realizing that this dog is not to be underestimated. He quickly issues another command. Bear, don't stop. Use your wild charge and turn that ugly dog into pulp. The ferocious bear, after being stunned for a few seconds, gets angry with red eyes blazing. Being wounded by a dog, the bear feels immensely humiliated. The next moment, It launches its wild charge, crouching down and propelling itself like a cannonball towards 250 at an incredible speed. Meanwhile, Ye Qianxing quickly gives 250 a command. Use your Netherworld flame! In an instant, 250 opens its mouth, and a dark blue, scorching flame shoots out. At the same time, the ferocious bear arrives, its massive body becoming a solid target. The bear, its eyes filled with rage, is burned by the flames but doesn't stop. Ye Qianxing, sensing danger, urgently shouts for 250. However, the ferocious bear charges through the blue flames, slamming into 250 with force. 250 lets out a painful scream and is sent flying, spewing something that looks like ketchup. Ye Qianxing, alarmed, rushes to check on 250's injuries. 250 lies on the ground, coughing up blood and with weakened flames surrounding it, clearly suffering from significant injuries. Ye Qianxing feels guilty, realizing he should have only let 250 use its intimidation skill and then dodge before launching another attack. In the end, it's his lack of battle experience that led to this situation. The ferocious bear, as a top-tier power-based creature, withstands the Netherworld flame and still manages to launch such a powerful charge. Although the Netherworld flame is strong, it can't stop the enemy's attack. At this moment, the ferocious bear is disoriented and begins to sway, as both its body and soul have been severely damaged by the Netherworld combo. This round ends in both sides suffering injuries. Ye Qianxing, coming back to his senses, feels heartbroken. 250, I'm sorry, it's my fault that you got hurt. Hurry back to the contract space to rest. Suddenly, 250's voice appears in his mind. But master, if I leave, what will you do? Ye Qianxing reassures. Don't worry, I'll find a way. With that, he sends 250 back to the contract space. The muscular man can't help but sneer. Fool, it seems you're determined to die, daring to recall your spirit pet at this time. Ye Qianxing coldly replies. Your spirit pet is severely injured. Do you still want it to fight for you? People like you who don't care about their pets don't deserve to be a trainer. He then readies himself for battle.